In our strength training exercises today, we are going to focus on our belly and on our legs. Now, there are a couple of things that you should always remember while doing these exercises. Number one is always engage your core. Now, how would you engage your core? Okay, so imagine that if you want to use the restroom, but the restroom is not nearby, what you would do, you will contract your abdominal muscles and you will hold your pee, right? So we have to do the same thing in order to engage our core. And the second important thing is the breathing technique. So whenever we are doing any of the difficult move, we have to breathe out. Now the difficult move could be whenever you are raising your leg, okay, you are extending your legs or raising your arms or crunching. That's the time actually when you will breathe out, okay? And whenever you are in a neutral position, you will breathe in. Okay, so for our floor workout, we are going to begin with the bicycle crunches. So for bicycle crunches, first we are going to lie down on our back. Legs are folded. Tuck your hands under your head. Your elbows are pointing out. And then we will start with the beginner bicycle crunches. So for beginners, we are going to slowly lift one of our leg towards our chest and cross crunch. So elbow to knee. Bring down, elbow to knee to the opposite side. And then we are going to repeat this. Okay. Now the breathing technique is very important. So when you are lifting your head up, that movement is difficult. So you're breathing out. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. So this is a beginner version for bicycle crunch. So for the advanced bicycle crunches, we are going to lie back on our mat and then we will begin. So for that, what we are going to do is, we will first tuck our hands under our head, okay, elbows pointing out. Then we will slowly lift our legs up, and then we are going to first get into the rhythm where I'm going to extend my legs alternatively and I'll get into the cyclic rhythm. Okay. Now once I have done that, I will start crunching. So crunch, 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 crunch. Alternatively, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. And we are actively breathing, okay, because we are continuously doing this movement. So we are actively breathing. Okay, so I'm going to show you the variation for the bicycle crunches. Okay, sometimes what happens for some people, it is difficult to lift their head up because they have migraine issues and so on. So for them, what they could do is they can begin with this position, legs folded, hands they go under your head, elbows pointing out, and you don't need to lift your head up, but you can just raise your legs. Okay, and then we will do just this cycling motion with our legs. Okay, so this is also enough to give some nice exercise to your belly. So this is the variation for the bicycle crunches. The next move that we have is the Spider-Man plank. For that we are going to begin with the tabletop position. So tabletop position is when your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are aligning with your hips. And then for Spider-Man plank, we are going to engage our core, okay? So crunch your belly and then we are going to lift our knee to our elbow. So shift your knee to your elbow. Try to touch your elbow with your knee. So this is the beginner Spider-Man plank. for the advanced Spider-Man plank is when you have to first, begin with the normal plank. So for normal plank, we'll begin with the tabletop position, hands under our shoulders, knees aligning with our hips. Then we will extend one leg back, then another leg back. So now this is our normal plank, okay? Now we will bring our knee to the elbow. So the next move that we are going to do is toe tap. So for that we have to lie down on our back, okay, and then we have to fold our legs. Once we fold our legs, we can bring them up in the air, make sure they are forming L letter, and once that is done, what we have to do is slowly we have to take them down and our toes are touching the ground. Then we are going to come up again, down and up, down and up. And the breathing technique is whenever we are in a neutral position, that means up, we are breathing in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now this is a beginner version, okay? I'll show you the advanced version also. This toe tap is the beginner one. So this move is toe tap, okay, advanced toe tap. So we will begin with this position. We will lie on our mat. Our legs are folded. Now, since this uses lower back, okay, so we have to stabilize our lower back so that there is no pain. You could use your hands to just support your lower back. So adjust your lower back nicely so that there is no pain, and then you can raise your legs up in the air at 30 degrees, not very high. Okay, your legs are making the L shape, and then slowly we are going to bring them down on both the sides. Toe tap, bring them up. Toe tap, bring them up. Active breathing. Breathe and breathe. So you can feel this move in your belly. The next move is punch and twist. So for that we will begin with this position, sitting down on our mat with our legs folded, and then we are going to punch, okay? But before punching, we just need to make sure that we are reclining back, bend little backwards. Your back is little, bended backwards, and then we are going to punch. So 1, 2, 3, and then twist. 1, 2, 3, 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 twist. Engage your core. So when you are bending back, actually you are engaging your core. Now for the advanced version, we are going to make it little difficult. So we will bend back, we will engage our core, we will lift up our legs, and first we will have this balance. Once this balance is established, then we are going to punch. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Heel bridge kick. Okay, so for this move we are going to first begin getting into our bridge position. So we will lie down on our back, our legs are folded. We will try to bring our legs closer to the hips. Okay, and then we are going to slowly raise our hips. Okay, to make the bridge. So we have to breathe out slowly. Okay, to make sure we are in a bridge position. Our legs are making L. Okay, so when you are in a bridge position, squeeze your abs, squeeze your glute muscles, and then slowly raise your heels. Okay, stabilize into this position, and then we will kick, one leg at a time. Active breathing, keep breathing, and balance. Make sure your bridge position is stable. For those, raising the heels and kicking is difficult, what you can do, there is a variation for this. So basically, you can keep your feet on the ground. Okay, so bridge, feet on the ground, and then try to kick without raising your heels. So this move is called as bear plank to frog. This is a beginner version where we are going to start with our tabletop position, hands under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips, but the distance between the two knees is little wider. Okay, so it is easy to do the frog position later with this posture. Okay, so once we are ready with our tabletop position, what we are going to do is we are going to slightly go up and then frog. So we are going to start with the tabletop position. Our knees are wide apart, hands are under our shoulders. Now first we'll do the bear plank. So for bear plank, we need to lift our knees up in the air. Okay, so this is a bear plank. Now we will move forward and then to the frog position. called as a fire hydrant, where we are going to begin with our tabletop position. Our hands are under our shoulder, our knees are aligning with our hips. And for this fire hydrant, we have to make sure that our legs are making the letter L. Okay, once we are sure with that, then what we are going to do is we are going to lift one of our knee as high as we can. Hold and bring it back. Other knee, hold and bring it back. Now the breathing technique over here is when we are pushing our knee up, we have to breathe out. And when we come into the neutral position, breathe in. Engage your core, squeeze your belly. So this move is called as squat and hip circle. So basically we will squat and then we will do the hip circle. Okay. So this is the beginner version where we are taking the help of a chair just to keep the balance. So a wide squat. Okay. Make a circle with your legs. Okay, advanced move where we will squat and then we'll do the hip circles. This move is called as squat pulse. This move is called as elbow plank and reach. Now this is a beginner version of that. So for that what we will do is we will begin with the tabletop position. Hands under our shoulders, knees are aligning with our hips, and slowly we are going to raise one hand and one leg at a time. Okay, opposite hand and opposite leg. So I will show you. And once we raise our opposite hand and opposite leg, okay, we are making a line with our back. So you hold for 2 counts and then you bring your hand and leg back. Then raise the opposite hand and opposite knee and make a line. And then you can keep on going. When you are extending your arm and leg, you have to breathe out. Neutral position, breathe in. This move is called as elbow plank and reach. So we will begin with our tabletop position, hands under our shoulders, our knees are aligning with our hips, and first we'll get into the elbow plank. So this is our elbow plank, and now we will reach. So one hand and the other hand.